You may think you've budgeted for all your needs, but a new study shows almost half of us got blindsided with unforeseen expenses last year, ones we could have easily prepared for. So here with the 5 expenses you should be planning for, but probably aren't, is MarketWatch's Catey Hill. Catey, thanks so much for being with us. So what do experts wish we were all socking away?
So 3 to 9 months or more if you have kids or dependents, if you're a caregiver. So 3 to 9 months of living expenses should be socked away safely into your savings account. Of course, no one's
What's
doing
the reality?
36% of us have saved less than $1,000, so we are nowhere near that 3 to 9 months. So we're very far from that goal.
And people do get in trouble, right? I mean, what's the #1 unforeseen expense?
Your car. That thing is gonna break down. People, if I can tell you one thing, your car is gonna break down, and everyone's always surprised. I mean, I think it was 47% or something high like that of people were like, "Oh, my car broke down. I'm so surprised." But really, that's the most common. So you really need to prepare for that.
And those are expensive problems. Car trouble is always more expensive than you think. Now, of course, we also get sick and we don't expect to.
This is a big one. So healthcare expenses really surprise people. You think, of course my insurance covers that. And you're like, why? How did this happen? How does it not cover it? Some doctor isn't in your plan or whatever. So that's an expensive one. And you really need to sock away thousands of dollars in addition to that emergency fund, that 3 to 9 months, thousands of dollars just for these healthcare things. You need to cover your deductible, and then you need to have extra because there's often things that just are not covered by your insurance. You want to see a certain doctor. Insurance is like, no, I'm not going to cover that.
Don't think just because you're young and healthy that way forever, right? Now, of course, our houses always have something. There's the plumbing, there's
the roof.
The roof, yeah.
Like, why is it leaking? Just got a new roof. Yeah, you need to have money to cover at least one major appliance to completely repair that, and a major repair in your home. So something like, maybe not your roof if you just replace it, but look and kind of figure out if you have an old house, something that hasn't been replaced in a while, window panes, roof, whatever, you need to be able to cover both of those things.
And what about education? How can that be a sneaky expense?
It's shocking, really. So even school supplies for even young kids, we spend an average of $670 a year on school supplies. Because of technology too. So your kids now need laptops and stuff like that. And as they get older, that gets up. So you think about college and you're like, well, I didn't know it cost so much to join a sorority. My kid has to pay to park on campus. So there's all these things. So, a few $100s when they're young, but it could be thousands of dollars. Think of all the travel when your kids are in college that you just need for extras.
Kids are so expensive. Oh my goodness.
I know, you're like,
how can I deal with the 2 that I have? And then finally, insurance.
Yeah, premiums, something happens, one little incident, and we've all seen it with our car insurance, whatever, and your premium gets hiked up. So you just need a little cushion there. You need to afford your deductibles, of course, on your insurance, and then a little cushion in case there's a rate hike, or again, if your insurance decides they're not going to cover something that you were certain they were going to cover.
Oh my gosh, Catey, I have so much more saving to do than I thought. Thank you so much for all of that.